I picked up 2 cups with stems this month because I've decided I'm going to experiment until I find the perfect menstrual cup for me. I've been a menstrual cup user for almost 2 years now, so I know that the product really works for me. I just need to fine tune it until I find the right shape, size and material and a few other variations. Now I started off with the silky cup, which is a thickish cup, very thick material, and the trouble is it's also really soft. And it contains a stem. I'm wearing it right now, so I'll probably do a video later on showing you what it looks like, but you could Google it up and see what the product looks like. The trouble was I was leaking a lot every day, and my friend told me that using a cup should mean that you don't need to use sanitary napkins or panty liners. So I went in for the She cup, which is a slightly smaller cup made of much firmer material, which means that when you put it up inside, it actually pops open, creating a vacuum suction that prevents the discharge from getting out. The trouble with the She cup is it does not have a stem, and it was causing it to spin inside me. So I've decided to go back to using cups with stems with the hope that the stem keeps the cup from rotating inside. So with that in mind, I know I've got to figure out the material as well as the spinning and a whole bunch of other things. So I picked up this thing called the ALX cup. I bought this on Amazon. The product description was ALX 100% silicone ND above, new. This is actually priced at rupees 1,600, which has been cancelled and made into rupees 1,500. But again, I got it on discount on Amazon because they were having a massive sale, and I got it for rupees 400. Yeah, so I don't know how much of that is just marked down, but I'm going to look at it, and you'll see what what really caught my eye about this product once I do a unboxing or opening. That's what this video is going to be about. Oops, lots of stuff flying around. So since I bought this on Amazon, it doesn't come with any kind of discreet packaging, but well, it came in a carton. And I'm not really shy about people knowing that I use menstrual products because, hey, I'm a woman, you can see that. That means that this body has certain needs and ways that in which it operates. And I need the best possible help I can get to, well, deal with it. So the ALX Care menstrual cup, let's open this. Here's, as expected, the product description, pamphlet, brochure. I am going to go through this later, even though I've used cups before, because hey, I'm a good girl, I read all the instructions. It's got a lot of descriptions about the different ways to fold the cup and put it in, which is really useful because when I bought my first cup, it did not contain descriptions. Once I get the cup out, I'll show you the 2 really popular folds that women tend to use. It's got this in both English and Hindi, by the way, so that's great. And now for the cup itself. Voila, tada! And this is come in a cotton bag, which makes me very happy. This is the very soft kind of cotton that your handkerchiefs are made of, which is great. It's the packaging is a little bit tacky, the thread is coming out, but you know that's okay because it's only there to keep your cup comfortable in the entire month that it's not going to be inside you. Do I sound like I'm very fond of my cup? Well, you know, if it's up inside your business doing work every month and working well for you, then you tend to grow pretty fond of it, which is why I'm scouting around for the perfect cup. And now for the cup itself, drum roll, and ta-da! I've gotten a red cup. Red is my favorite color, and hey, you know, periods. Yeah, I couldn't resist. Now, actually, on the site it looked like a screaming red. Now that I have it in my hands, it's not so much a screaming red, it's actually like a dark pinkish red. It's a really pretty color that I would love to wear in lipstick. Shout out to my friend Reema Scrolls and Ink on Twitter, who shares my love of menstrual cups and lipstick colors. So here is the menstrual cup ALX Care, and this one also has a stem, a really long stem, and it's a flat one which makes it easy to grip and yank out. Now coming back to what I said about the material and the folds. So now how do you put this up inside your vaginal passage? You don't just go tuck, because we are not made like that. The vaginal passage is more likely to be something as small as this. So how do you make it go through? The most popular technique is to fold it over like this and then down like this, which is called the C fold, and then to put it through. But you can see that this is still a little tricky, and most of us women don't want to yank something in there. Well, none of us do really. So men, please stop making all those horrible porn videos. What I find is easier to do is the punch down technique, which means I punch one end down. It seems fairly firm, so I'm hoping it'll open up quite well later. Once it's punched down this way, the tip becomes a point, which means that the vaginal passage, no matter how small it is, it can then be pushed through like this, ease through like this, and you'll notice I'm also changing the angle. Let it ease through, and once it goes in completely, a little maneuvering, a little turning around, it pops inside, and then it should be a solid vacuum suction pressure created there, fit created there, so it will not allow anything in through the side, so no leakage. The cup collects all the menstrual discharge, and when you're done a few hours later, you can just tug it or reach out inside, pinch it to break the vacuum hold, maybe punch it in again, and there it slips out easily, and there's your cup. You can empty it, clean it, wash it out, pour it out, and then repeat the process again. I'm liking the fact that it's popping open, so I have a lot of high hopes for this. It would be very fitting for my favorite menstrual cup to be bright red. In terms of cleaning, well, I don't see this as a problem. Usually once I take the cup out, I just hold it under running water, wash it out, empty out the discharge into the toilet bowl, and then wash it under clean running water, and then repeat the process. And when my period is over, sterilize it. I've been sterilizing it in those facial steamers that you get, those little plastic ones that you get at chemist shops, because my family is not very comfortable with my taking this into the kitchen and boiling it in a saucepan that we eat out of. And because of which, I picked up a product that helps me handle that as well. This is a menstrual cup sterilizer. If you've been a Tupperware user, you'll recognize the shape. This is not by Tupperware, but it's made of some material that's microwave friendly. This is also red in color. So what you do is simply fill it up with water and put the cup inside it. Cover it, but don't close the cover all the way. Pop it into your microwave, let it run for about a minute or so, pop it out, take this out, throw out the water, put this away. Let it dry, please. Don't push it into your vagina while it's still hot. Let it dry, let it cool. And then go ahead and have a decent and clean period. So that's it. Once I finish a cycle and use the ALX cup, I'll do another video reviewing it. Bye.